Rock on!
Let's rock.
Welcome to week 5, teams.
Hi, Ty.
Hi.
So last time we met, Nate and Jeremiah won the basement. In the 5th week here on Rock the Block, you guys will be taking on the great outdoors. And all of you started on your exterior facades way back in week 1. So this week, they need to be completed along with the exterior landscaping, the porches, whatever space you have available behind your house, and the back deck. Basically, if it's outside, it will be judged. We will have another dynamic duo. I'm talking about Carmine Sabatella and Mike Pyle, who are the hosts of the new series, Inside Out. They will focus on your curb appeal, your home's exterior, as well as the landscaping. And then they will determine which team they feel added the most value to their exterior spaces. All right, teams, let's get ready to rock!
Yeah.
Yes, let's do this.
Ready?
Let's go.
See you guys soon.
Week 1, we began covering our house in brick on all 4 sides. We've seen a lot of the local architecture, and it's usually brick just on the front of the house and then siding on the backs. But brick you never have to replace. It's forever. Everybody knows it's forever.
You just can't argue with the value of a brick home. Nothing gets me more excited than landscaping. Mature trees like the ones we're putting in definitely cost a lot more money than new, smaller shrubs, but the added curb appeal is gonna be monumental, and it's gonna really ground this house.
All of those different textures and materials are gonna make our house not only pop, it gives it character, and I really think it gives us an opportunity to set ourselves apart from our opponents. So luckily, the crew was able to get started on this pergola for us right away.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
You know, after not winning the bowling alley last week, it was definitely devastating, but Meek and I never give up. We have a big plan for this week as well. We're adding a motorized pergola over the upper porch, which is also gonna double and cover the lower porch. So this thing is gonna be awesome, and I hope the judges love it.
At least the front of our home with that faux cedar shingle and that neutral stone looks amazing. We started it a while back, but we have a ways to go. We're gonna do a huge magnolia right here.
Yep. Gonna go about to the roof
Can I
line.
really see once it's planted how high that's gonna be?
Yeah. That's gonna be about the roof
Got a
line.
tape on you? Yes, when it's planted. Done. So instead of the cypress trees that I hate, we're gonna get some large magnolia trees brought in. They're more money and it's a risk, but I hope it pays off.
That's bigger than I expected.
It's way bigger than I thought. It looks killer. We're the only one that has this type of space. It's so beautiful.
Let's review for a second.
So the landscaping totally feels storybook,
It's so,
doesn't it?
it does. I feel the personality coming out right now.
Yeah.
It's just an encapsulation of what we have going on inside.
Yeah. It's organic, it's interesting, there's no rhyme or reason about it. It's like a cottage garden, and that's exactly what it's all about.
We have the beamwork going in on the gables.
Yep.
How did we get these trees?
These 3 came in all of a sudden. Mario's like, you got some trees? And I was like, why? They're like, Allison didn't want them. And so I gave them to you. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll take her sloppy seconds any day. We scored on that. Allison's done. She does not need to win anymore. She's won 2, so they have a really good shot of winning at the end, and I'm terrified of it.
Maybe this? It's the last day. Carmine and Mike will be here soon. So we gotta get this together, slap some paint on the porch. It's gonna be this rich chocolatey color, which will look so well with the lush gardens. That's the holy basil. I thought these were the vibratums.
Ooh, that's so pretty. How fun.
Now, maybe we took a little bit of a risk in the backyard by relying 100% on that lake view.
This makes me nervous. Like, I'm freaking out just a little bit.
I'm very sweaty and very stressed about getting the entire outdoor challenge together. I don't like doing things outside. I think nature should be viewed through glass. I don't know how we're gonna get done. I mean, I don't have an answer.
It's safe to say that Nate's pretty stressed, but I actually feel pretty good. This is for my screened-in porch, my beautiful porch. The porch still has to be staged. We've got to clean things up, but I really think that everything turned out really beautifully.
We're so close to finishing. We'd love to win a third time to cement our status as the favorite. After all, we want to win this entire competition.
This is like a mullet house, like business in the front, party in the back.
Carmine,
Yes, sir.
Sabatella, Mike Pyle, so glad you guys are here to the block.
Thanks for having us.
You guys are here to judge the outdoor scapes.
Cool.
Ready.
So I'm excited. First up will be Nate and Jeremiah.
Excellent.
Go.
Guys, how are you?
What's up, guys? The first and biggest thing that we added that we were really proud of was the exterior brick, which goes on all 4 sides of the house.
I'm a huge fan of contrast. And so you get up here and you see the contrast and all the details that you guys have put in this. I like the brick. It's definitely growing on me quite a bit.
The maintenance is like a quarter of what it's going to be
Yeah.
on any physical
Exactly.
siding. Yeah, so
Exactly.
there's the value. What you're giving me is like this old world Savannah, Georgia vibe.
The whole concept was we screen in this whole area because we really wanted the spaces to be fully connected.
Yep.
And that's why we continued the stone floor throughout.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I can see it inside and it flows perfectly. And this little brick detail here is like,
Thank you.
that's what it's about. It's these little
Exactly.
things right here.
And the nice thing about it too is when you're entertaining and the climate's nice, you open everything up and it just feels like you just doubled your
Totally.
livable square footage.
Exactly.
Right.
We
so
tried to extend the house without having to actually extend the house.
from a return on the value, 100%.
Again, curb appeal.
Outdoor living space can be valuable if it's done the right way.
Yeah.
So this was done the right way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
Thank
it's-
you. All right, well, do you guys want to see our back terrace right off
do
the
it.
kitchen?
Yeah.
And okay, let's
be
do
great.
it.
Wow.
So this, guys, is
This
the
is
terrace
great.
right off the kitchen.
go.
Some occasional seating and obviously all the pots and greenery, and then the brick, it just becomes this really beautiful room.
Yeah, I can just imagine with all these doors open, you have large gatherings and just that flow. I think that's a very good decision that you guys made.
You did a nice job because it does have that European feel. Like it still feels elevated.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. You see
Thank you
us?
for seeing me.
Right?
We appreciate it.
So emotional. Thank you.
When we were walking up from the street, your rock installation stood out, which is
Yeah.
good. That's what you want to see. That's
Yeah.
the focal point of the beauty of that
Right.
part of the house. I'm loving the walkway already.
It's so chic.
Very charming.
Really reminded me of like a true farmhouse. And I just loved the contrast in color.
I'm a huge fan of contrast. I love contrast.
Awesome.
And then these boxwood hedges, your azaleas, everything pops.
Yeah.
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 Really
Thank
good.
you for noticing.
Yeah, of course.
I love how you took the magnolias and not have them in ground, but you incorporated them in pottery as well.
Yeah.
I love the use of them in both those elements. It looks really nice.
The landscape is a little understated up front.
I think that all of the outdoor space that should be utilized by the family is in the back.
This is definitely not just a drop off.
Right. And it was like, how do you get more? How do you make more? And I think it all started with the retaining wall.
Right.
100%.
What you guys have done is extend usable space.
The thing is, like, you could have just thrown a grill out here.
Right.
This is like a built-in little kitchenette. The color that you chose is beautiful. It's very subtle, it's neutral, it pulls from the rock detail that you put here. It really, you did a nice job. The board and batten juxtaposed next to the horizontal siding. You guys kind of thought of every little detail, and I think
Yeah.
it's really special.
I don't use bark often, but if I do use bark, it's black bark.
Look at that. That was unexpected.
Oh, I didn't even know this existed.
It's incredible, right?
And you pulled the blue.
Yes.
You noticed. Okay, so it was raining before, right? So we wanted to make sure we had this closed for you because we don't want to get wet. But when it's a beautiful day,
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Activate.
less than 5 seconds, it goes from a closed, watertight roof to an open pergola.
That's really impressive, guys.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned about whether or not that's going to appeal to every buyer and added value.
What do you say we head downstairs?
I'd love to see the downstairs.
Yeah, we'll show you the fire pit.
Yes.
As you can see, guys, we wanted to tie the two spaces together. Otherwise, to get down here, you gotta go all the way through the house.
Right.
So all these huge boulders are all seating areas. We have the huge bowl to have your fire pit, but we positioned it so you can see it from upstairs and the downstairs deck.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's very functional.
Maybe your barbecue area over there, outdoor kitchen.
Yeah, outdoor kitchen. They have all the entertainment. We just wanted this house to be about function with the emphasis on fun.
This is fantastic.
So we really wanted to create a fantasy feel. And there's nothing more fantastic to me than a Tudor house because every time you see one, you're like, what's inside?
Exactly.
And we wanted to create that atmosphere and that what you're gonna get on the inside is just as fantastic on the outside.
Yes.
Well, and I love what you did with the chocolate. No one has gone dark on the front porch, and I think that juxtaposed to your light brick and the light detail up on top, it really makes it pop.
What you've done with the landscape, I'm a stickler on plant placement and future plant growth.
Right.
I can't stand it when people overplant. You've done a really good job layering and plant placement for
Thank
future
you.
growth. Not only today, but for the future.
And the thing is, too, as you can also tell, is that our front yard also produces food.
And that's awesome because it's functional.
Yes.
And if this is gonna end up going to a family, which it probably will because of the demographic that we're in, that's a little fun thing to do with the kids. What you've created, in my opinion, is a sense of renaissance.
Oh my God.
And it really has. And like you guys have really captured
You
it.
have just made our years.
Did I really?
Yeah, that's exactly what we were going for, something iconic.
Well, you nailed it.
I can't wait for you guys to see the back because we have something else that no one else has.
Come on out.
Here is our back deck and space.
That
Yes.
View.
I mean,
The view is
That's
crazy
it.
good.
Yeah,
It is.
It's everything.
Yes.
done. You have a nice outdoor dining deck here,
We do.
which is practical. It's right off the kitchen.
Yes.
So that's beautiful. And you couldn't have a better view.
Carmine, Mike, it is time. In your opinion, who created the most value with their exterior facade and their landscaping?
The winners are Nate and
Nate and
Jeremiah.
Yay!
Congratulations.
2 wins in a row.
Congrats, guys.
We won. This is so good. I don't know how you argue with a brick house. We've said that from the beginning of this competition.
That porch, the initial curb appeal.
There's an atmosphere. I would live in that house.
Well, Nate and Jeremiah, here's your $5,000.
Give it.
Why does he always grab the money?
He grabs it, but I spend it.
Oh, he grabs it, you spin it. That's fair.